session will discuss about inheritance basics. So, illustrate with an example. A superclass variable can reference a subclass object. This is for 6 marks. Elucidate the concept of inheritance and its classifications in Java with sketches. This is for 6 marks. First, we'll discuss about superclass variable and subclass and what is inheritance. We'll discuss about it in detail. So let us take an example. In this example, we'll discuss about inheritance, final keyword, method overriding, and super keyword. Okay. So here we have inheritance class, inheritance underscore basics. So let me take okay in this class. Okay, in this class, I'll create a variable int a semicolon and int b semicolon. So now we have two variables, int a and int b. Okay. So okay, I'll not initialize it now. What I'll do, I'll just take a method directly, void um, void display. Okay, take a method void display method. Yes, in this display method, I'll okay, let it be the int a semicolon int b semicolon. Okay, int a is equal to 10 and int b is equal to 20. Yes, and now inside this I'll print the answer. Sysout result is equal to, yes, result is equal to a, that is I'll take one more variable called int c is equal to a plus b semicolon, right? So here I'll try to print the value of c. Yes, so I'll just run this. What is the answer? I'll not get any output because I haven't called right inside the main method. Execution always starts from main method. Now how can I access this display method? By creating the object of inheritance basics. I'll just create the object of inheritance basics. Obj1 is equal to new inheritance basics, right? So obj1 dot display, right? Now I can access method display method here. Answer is 30. Very simple. So now I'll create one more class. Now this inheritance basics class contains variable a, b, and c, and method display, and also main method. Right? These are the members. Variables and methods are the members of which class? Inheritance basics class. Right? So next I'll create one more class, that is math class math. In this class math, I will declare one more variable int a semicolon int b semicolon. Okay, and I'll create one more method called sum. Okay, in sum method, and this is what sysout okay say it is a math class, right? Math class method, math class method, right? And here so right, so now I will try to print the answer. Okay, that is okay, int a is equal to uh, I'll take next number 30 and 40, correct? So now I will try to print this answer. Int a is equal to 30, that is result is equal to, yes, answer is c. So I had to declare c is equal to a plus b semicolon. Right, now what is the answer? Now I had to access this. Even if I execute this, I'll get only I'll get previous output. So now inside main method, what I had to do, I had to create the object of which class? Math class, right? In order to access obj2, I'll call this as obj2 is equal to new math class, right? So now I can access using this obj2, I can access what? Sum method, right? Sum method. Done. So if I execute this, I'll get first result is equal to 30, the previous output, that is here I'll print inheritance, this out inheritance method, right? inheritance underscore basics class method. Okay, so execute this. So I have got the first, this gets executed display method because I'm calling that display method of inheritance basics class, and the answer is 30. And second time math class method gets executed. That is this sum method gets executed. Now what I will do, I'll just make use of inheritance concept now. Use keyword extends, and the math, what is the class name? Math class. Okay, this math class. So when you write this extends math, okay, so then this particular class, that is inheritance underscore basics class, becomes subclass. Okay, it becomes child class or derived class, or it's also called as uh, subclass. Okay, so then what about this math class? This math class becomes uh, parent class, right? And or derived, or this one base class, or super class, one and the same. Okay, super class. So now from now onwards I'll be using derived class and the base class. Okay, so in this entire video I'll use only derived class and base class. So you should understand, if I say base class, then it is a parent class. If I say it is a, if I say derived class, it is a child class. Means what, it is like a parent child relationship. So whatever the behavior your parents have, okay, that behavior goes to the child, right? Obviously it goes to child. Say for example, if your father's or mother's eyes has a blue eyes, okay, the mother has a blue eyes, then and your eyes are also blue, okay, and then what it, then it is said that the color of your eyes is inherited. Okay, in case if your mother has blue eyes and your eyes are also blue, okay, then it is it's obviously the color of your eyes is inherited. Okay, it is inherited from your mother. So just like that, here we have math class, it is a parent, it's just like your mother, and this is what eyes. Okay, so now what I will, I'll just remove this variable a and b. Okay, these are the eyes now, with these variables are eyes. So now I'm removing this, but if I don't use this extends math, here I'm not getting any error now. I'll just execute this. Okay, let me execute this. So instead of 30, what I will get, we'll see. I'm getting 70 because though I have removed, because I have removed a and b variables, right? That were initialized to 10 and 20. That I have removed now. Yes, I'm getting 70, same answer, right? In both the methods. But so why? Because I'm using extends, that is inheritance concept here. So that is what inheritance means. What inheriting the properties of base class inside derived class. So this inheritance underscore basics is what derived class, and math is a super class. So now what I will do, I'll just mm, remove this particular extends underscore math, and we'll see whether we get error or not. So now what is the error? It is showing error here. So what is that? A cannot be resolved to a variable, okay. A cannot be resolved to a variable because it is not declared, right? It is not declared and defined inside inheritance basics. That is why I'm getting error. When you make use of inheritance concept, means what, all the properties of parent class or base class goes to the child class or derived class. Means what, you can use all the variables and methods of math class inside inheritance underscore basics class. That is the meaning. Okay, so now I'm not getting any error, right? Fine. So next, if I want to hide, for example, I don't to make use of, I don't want to modify the value. So can I modify these values a and b inside inheritance underscore basics? The question is, can I modify the variables a and b inside inheritance underscore basics? The answer is yes. So here I'll try to modify. Now a is equal to 100. I'll make it 100 now. Okay, what I'm doing now, I'm modifying the value of variable a in uh, which class, that is in inheritance underscore basics class. Yes. So what will be the answer? We'll see now. Okay, sorry, not here. Here I had to modify this here. Hence math. So I'll just use this here. Yes. And now I'll use a is equal to 100 semicolon. Okay, I can modify it inside the method only. Okay, so now I'll just run this program. So now answer is what? 140 means what? 100 plus b is what? 40. So answer is 140, correct? So I can modify the value. But if I don't want to modify the value of variable a. So what I have to do now? You can make use of final keyword here. Once the variable a, any variable is finalized, means what? If a variable is declared as final, then it cannot be modified inside the derived class. So that is why it is showing error now. So what is that error? The final field math dot a cannot be assigned. Okay, because it is the final. If I remove final keyword, remove final modifier of a. So if I remove this, so it is removed now. Now I can make use of this variable a. So that is why, that is the meaning of variable final keyword. That is use of final keyword. Means what? In the data hiding can be achieved, right, in inheritance. So data hiding concept comes into picture. Data hiding is possible. Yes. So and I can reuse the variable. I can reuse this particular variable a inside uh, derived class. Okay, inside derived class. So I'll just remove this final keyword now. So data hiding is possible using final keyword. Data hiding is possible using final keyword. Yes, is using final keyword, right? And then so and also reusability of the code is possible. Okay, means what? Variable b is used here, so reusability is possible, right? And also next means what? We can also extend, means what? We can inherit the base class, that is the derived class can inherit the math parent class, that is base class, right? So that is also possible. And we call it as extensibility. And next last one is overriding is possible. Overriding means what? Here the method name is sum. Yes, if I use the same method name in base class, then it's called as method overriding. So I'll, instead of display, I'll make use of sum only here. Okay, so now I had to change this display method in main method. I'll change it to sum now. Okay, so what if it is what if I do like this now? So I can only, so when it is when we override any method, okay, inside the main method, inside main method, I can only create the object of subclass or derived class. Okay, I cannot create the object of math class when methods are overridden. Okay, so this is called as overridden method. So when we use the same method name in both the classes when it is inherited, okay, then it is called as overridden method. Overridden method. Yes, it is called as overridden method now. So means what? Overridden method, okay, can be accessed inside, only inside the uh, derived class method. Okay, I'll repeat it. Overridden method, that is this method, can be accessed only inside derived class methods. It cannot be accessed in main method. So it can be accessed. It is possible to access. Obviously, I don't say it's not possible, but it's as per the rule, Java rule. You can access. You had to call this overridden method only inside some method. So now how to access this now? Once I execute everything, okay. Once I execute the subclass method, that is, this is the subclass method, right? So after this method gets executed, inside this I'll use super keyword. Super keyword dot what is the method name? Sum. Means what? Super keyword means what? Super keyword is used to access to the members of super class. Okay, members, that what are the members? A, B, C are the members, right? So they are used to access the members of super class. So if I want to print, say for example, if I want to print this one now, sys out. Okay, so you can print super dot a here. Okay, so this you can print, and also you can print a is declared, b is declared. Now I can print sys out yes super dot b. Yes, I'll repeat it. What is use of super keyword? Super keyword is used to access the members of super class when they are when subclass inherits superclass, only when subclass inherits superclass. Okay, and then so now I can access. What is the answer? We'll see. So here 100, these are what 140 is what super dot first 140, answer is 140, and here it is so a is equal to 30 and b is equal to b is equal to 40, and here super dot sum, the answer is 70, because 30 plus 40 is what 70, correct? So that is what the output, that is the output, right? So when here you can make a note. So here super dot a, though I have used a super in this actually, so in this particular line, it is printing 100 here, right? It is printing 100. It is not printing 30, because here the value of a is getting changed in some method. Obviously, what will happen means what the value of a is replaced by replaced to 100 now, right? So a has the value 100, that is why a is getting printed. So a will not be 10. Okay, it will not print 30. Instead of 30, it will print 100, because the value of a is changed here, right? Has been changed inside this method. That is why it is showing 100. Okay, so it's all about final keyword, or that is and also super keyword, yes, and overriding, yes. So and inheritance, right? So I think almost all the topics are covered now. Almost all the topics are covered. uh, and so very important point, I'll just quickly tell you. So you can to access so if when they are inherited, okay, in this particular case, in this example, I cannot create the math class object inside main method. Okay, inside main method I can access this method, I can access this method inside uh, derived class method. Okay, which is derived class now. Inheritance underscore basics is the derived class. So we'll see one by one now. Okay, we'll just see the points now. Okay, so inheritance is a property in which data members, that is variables, and member functions methods of some class are derived by are used by some other class. Okay, so say this is a parent class. Just now I said the parent class, super class, or derived class one. So that is base class, one and the same. So it can be accessed inside child class or subclass or derived class. Okay, with these variables and methods can be accessed inside child class using inheritance concept, that is make use of extends keyword. Okay, advantage, one of the key benefits of inheritance is to minimize the amount of duplicate code, right? Instead of using the same code again and again, you can make use of the variables and functions methods inside the subclass. You don't have to create the variable again, or you don't have to create the method again, right? And also, and in application, by sharing common code amongst several subclasses, reusability is possible. As I said, the base class code can be used by derived class without any need to rewrite the code. You don't have to rewrite the code. You can use the same code in the subclass. Okay, base class code can be used inside the derived class. That is, reusability is possible. And extensibility, the base class logic can be extended in the derived classes. Yes, and then data hiding. Base class can decide to keep some data private so that it cannot be altered by the derived class. That's what make use of final keyword in order to hide the data. So as we discussed in the example program, using final keyword, yes, using final keyword, I can what is that, this variable a, if I use final here, this variable a cannot be modified in the subclass method. Okay, I cannot change it. So this is about data hiding, right? And then overriding, with inheritance we'll be able to override methods. That's what the same method name we have used. We have used the same method name, right? Override the methods of the base class, so that the meaningful implementation of the base class method can be desired in the derived class. So meaningful implementation of this one can be derived in this one. Say for example, here I'm trying to change I want to change the value of a is equal to 30 without modifying it inside the superclass. I don't want to touch this superclass now, but I want to change the value of what is that? I want to change the value of variable a. Okay, without touching superclass. What I will do, I'll make use of subclass. So I'm changing the value of superclass. So that is what. With inheritance, we'll be able to override the methods of the base class, so that meaningful implementation of the base class method can be designed in the derived class. So that is what we have designed now. The value will be different now. Here the value inside superclass is 140, and here the value inside this one math class is value inside base subclass is 140, and value in superclass will remain 70 only. Okay, I'm not modifying the value of variable a in superclass, right? And so it's all about inheritance concept, basics of inheritance, and I hope we have covered so many topics, final keyword and all, final keyword, super keyword, and what is the difference, what is the use of final keyword and inheritance concept, everything. That is the use of extends keyword, right? And also method overriding. So and in next video we'll discuss about types of inheritance. Hope you have understood about the inheritance concept. If you have any doubt, please comment below, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Music Plus Education. Thank you so much.